Hello everyone, welcome back to Connor's Comic Corner. Tell you what guys, I'm hooked on a feeling. And if you don't know what that means, what have you been doing? Because yesterday the new Guardians of the Galaxy trailer was just released. And I thought, hell, might as well make a video about it because it's the Guardians of the Galaxy, people. When Marvel Studios first said that they were going to make this, they said, and everyone said that it's a big, how do you say it? Big risk because it's a product that not a franchise that not a lot of people know about, and because now that the Avengers and stuff are more well known now in everyday life, they would think it's a very big risk to introduce this group to kind of be the Avengers of space. So I'm just gonna do a quick overview of the trailer, and I hope you all enjoy this. I'm gonna have a question at the end of the video, so make sure you please watch to the end. And I just want you guys to comment in the box below because it really help. Because then I know you guys are watching. Well, I also know that from all the views. So I just want to get into this video. Let's do this. So when we start off, we get to see Star-Lord at the beginning, who is also known as Peter Quill, who is played by Chris Pratt, who people know from the Lego Movie, and the other shows that he's been. That's all I really know him from, because I only just heard about him last year. Yeah. So we get to see him, like from the first trailer, but we get audio over the top, and he just states that he's actually from Earth. He's from Earth, a planet of outlaws, which quote he says. So we know that he is now from Earth, so we have an Earthling in it, which kind of makes up for the absence of Earthlings, because we're in outer space. So we go through the same thing in the trailer, like he says, "Who are you?" And he says, "Star-Lord," and then he says, like, "Come on, don't you know me?" So it adds more to that part where the guy shoots him. He drops down on the ground, hits a button. He gets like an awesome helmet and boosters, and he just blasts out of thing. And then he's running over like mountains and rocky terrain, and like jumps, and then it goes to the place, and then you just still hear him talking, that saying the group is like made of a thief, which is Star-Lord, two thugs, which is Rocket Raccoon and Groot, an assassin, which is Gamora, and a maniac, which is Drax the Destroyer. We get to see what the characters look like there, and we only get quick snippets, but they look really cool and like really well made. And we also get to see through those little scenes, we get to see action scenes like when they're in the prison, like Drax throwing some people in Gamora like flipping out and just kicking some people. We also get to see Ronan the Accuser, who is going to be the main villain in this movie, along with other side villains, including the Collector and Nebula. So the orb which we see at the beginning, which Star-Lord is trying to obtain, is actually what a lot of people are saying is one of the Infinity Gems for the Infinity Gauntlet, which, if you remember, at the end of Avengers, we see Thanos. Thanos wants to obtain that so then he can have loads of power, lots and lots of power. And so, like the Tesseract, which was one of the Infinity Stones, and the Elixir from Thor: The Dark World, which was also one of them, which Sif and Volstagg gave, I think it's Volstagg, gave to the Collector, who will also be in this movie. And we see Nebula, and I've heard somewhere where Nebula will also be working. She'll be working for Ronan and the Collector too. So I'm a bit sketchy on that. I'm not sure on my details and stuff like that, but I might be right. So we get to see other additional scenes. There's one earlier scene where you get to see two scenes. You get to see Groot doing stuff. Like you see one part because Groot is he's technically a tree that can talk, and he can regrow at will. And he can even be destroyed and exploded into like a twig. but still regrow to be his size. And we get to see his regrowth a bit, and when you see the part where he sticks his arm up, and it's kind of like sparks coming out, and kind of like fireflies and stuff falling out, that's kind of like his regrowth. And we also get to see like a really heartfelt scene where you see a little girl, and Groot hands her like a dandelion or a flower, which he has grown from himself. So you can see that, yeah, there's going to be action, like tons of action, but there's also going to be maybe some heartfelt scenes, like because Groot's really peaceful. He's not like a crazy maniac like that, like Drax the Destroyer, like because his family was murdered, he's on a killing rampage. Groot is kind of more peaceful, but when provoked, he can get angry and hurt you a lot. So we're going to see maybe some of that, which I think it's good to set the pace, like with the movie. Like we also get to see, there'll be a lot of comedy because we have Rocket Raccoon in it, we have Peter Quill, Star Lord in it, and now we'll give, and also kind of Groot because all he says is "I am Groot," and that it's uh it's kind of funny, but like it's all he can say that makes it like his kind of expression. Like he could be saying to that little girl, "I am Groot," like in a really heartfelt way, but like when he's angry, be "I'm Groot," like really angry. But we'll also see, like I was saying, some funny parts, like a quote from the trailer, Star Lord, I'll tell you what I see, losers, but life is giving us a chance. Drax says, to do what? Star Lord also says, something good, something bad, a bit of both. So that's kind of saying like they're outlaws, and then Rocket says, "Oh, what the hell? I don't got that long lifespan anyway." So you can see there's a bit of comedy, like in all the seriousness, because I think that's the part where Star Lord's trying to get the team together, get them all to work together and really work. We also, after that scene, we get to see Groot, and he's just standing there, and you see a hand come out, which is obviously Star Lord's, and he hits it on a cassette tape, and it starts playing "Hooked on a Feeling," and it just spooks. It kind of shocks Groot that it's playing music, and he just looks back at it. And by showing that, we also see that in the original trailer that there was a Walkman, which the guy was getting, and then Peter yells, "Hey, take that off, it's mine," and he tases him. So we're going to see that it's from when Peter was on Earth, and he still has that Walkman, like some of the sentimental stuff. And also throughout the trailer, we get to hear "Spirit in the Sky." That's playing throughout the trailer, and then comes "Hooked on a Feeling." And one of the developers was saying that we're going to hear lots of that old 80s rock and stuff, because that's what Peter's really into, and it because that's one of his reminders from when he was on Earth. So he keeps it close, and it's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of like a safety blanket. You know, I mean, guys. So it's kind of like it's it's also a memory for him. And at the end, yeah, after it starts playing "Hooked on a Feeling," we get an awesome like walkout scene with Chris Pratt. We get to see all of them walking, and they come out, like you see out of the corner comes Star Lord, which is Chris Pratt, and then like this is just I'm just going to tell you the cast now. So you see Star Lord walking out and it says Star Lord Chris Pratt. You see Gamora walk out and it says Zoe I can't pronounce it. Saldana. Sorry, I don't know. I can't pronounce her last name. You see Drax, Dave Bautista. He's a wrestler, I believe. We see Groot voiced by Vin Diesel, and you actually get to hear him say, "I am Groot," and it sounds so cool. Because in my opinion, I was like, really, how could Vin Diesel do Groot? But then when you hear his voice, with the face of Groot, it really looks like him. And we also get to see a cool scene where Groot's just looking there real angry, and he kind of puts on a strength, and like roots come out of the back of him, come out of his back, and like, oh, it looks so cool. And thinking that if he gets really angry like that, kind of like the whole like giant roots will come out from his back, and like maybe they might grab something or all that. That would look really cool if that happened. And we get to see Rocket Raccoon, who is voiced by Bradley Cooper, and you get to hear some good audio from that. And we also get to see a scene where the kind of like the Chancellor, kind of like the of the Nova Corps. It's kind of like the Nick Fury of Shield, but she's the leader of the Nova Corps, and she's saying we left it to these thugs, and you hear just Rocket has this one line just saying "oh yeah," and it just looks so awesome how he does that. And at the end we get to see the guy from the first one who was telling about the rap sheets of them, and he says they call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy. This might not be a good idea. And then it just has the song Hooked on Feeling, and we get to see Rocket flying in through in the ship and like blasting. It just, I can't explain how awesome this trailer looks, and how good this movie is going to be. So I hope you all liked my video. Sorry if the screen just went black there, my computer timed out just a second. Yeah, from what we see in this trailer, I think it's going to be really good. And hopefully later on, if they do happen to make, which I believe they are making, Avengers 3, that there could be a Guardians of the Galaxy and Avengers crossover, because I think they might be making a Guardians of the Galaxy 2. So I want to thank you all for watching it. And at the beginning of the thing, I said there was a question: which is your favorite Guardian? So I just want you to leave that in the comments below. And I hope you have a nice day. And just to end on a good note, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you all have a great day, and hope you'll watch my video, like, subscribe, and I hope you're hooked on a feeling, and come and go watch that movie. Even though it's not out yet, just watch the trailer. Just watch it. I've liked it on my channel, so please watch it. I hope you have a nice day, and see you guys.